St. Martin of Tours was actually born in Hungary. His father was a Roman official, and then he studied in Pavia in Italy. Very learned man. He was ordained and became eventually the Bishop of Tours in France. He was a military guard. He was in the military before he became a Christian. And one day he came across a beggar who was half naked, and he tore his cloak in half and gave it to the beggar. And that night, in a dream, Martin saw Christ, and he was wearing the same cloak that he had given to the beggar. It brought alive for him this very gospel that we just heard, that whenever you clothe the naked, you did it to me. That every good thing that we do to another person, we do to Christ. St. Martin lived by that gospel in so many ways. He founded monasteries. He drew more men to religious life. He was an evangelizer, very strong bishop and very beloved. He was known as a miracle worker. He had a very close relationship with Christ. He brought back to life a catechumen at one point who was dead. So we have, again, like yesterday's feast of St. Leo the Great, today we have Martin of Tours. And he's a fine example of living the gospel. He was a monk, he was a bishop, an evangelizer. He died in a small parish where he was trying to bring clergy together who were disunified. And his final prayer was, Lord, if you want me to keep living, I'll do it for you and for the people. But then he quietly went to heaven. He was the first saint not to be a martyr and be on the calendar of the church, where the church was recognizing that saints are not only martyrs, but people who live in imitation of Christ. And Martin of Tours certainly lived in imitation of Jesus by the way he treated others. And we are called to do the very same thing, to see Christ in all people. Let us stand and offer our prayers and petitions.